All right, so your physician has asked you to grab a pancreatic stent for them. When you go over and find your packaging, they're probably going to be giving you sizes like 5'3" or 4'3", or maybe 5'7", but you're going to find your diameter and your length of your pancreatic stent size is here in the corner. If they've chosen a size that comes in a kit, all that means is that within this kit, you have an individual package that is the stent they have requested. You have a second package that is the pusher required to push that stent into the duct. If the stent they have requested doesn't have a kit, then all you're going to do is grab that stent, and if they've asked for a 5 French, then you need to find the pusher that can also work with a 5 French stent. So you'll first open your pancreatic stent. Inside the packaging, you'll always find the pancreatic stent itself. And then you'll have this device, which will help you to straighten out the stent, or it'll help you to prevent the barbs from being damaged on the biopsy port of the scope. I would recommend keeping that around in case you need it. As you look at the stent up close, the obvious things you'll notice is this stent is a single pigtail. It has a black marking here. That's actually an endoscopic marking. So the goal of this marking is to give the physician a visual cue that once this amount of the pancreatic stent has been placed in the duct and that marking is hanging out, we have seated the stent deeply enough in the duct. What that also gives you the cue of is that this tapered end is the end that should be loaded first onto the back of the guide wire, because this is the end of the stent that's actually going to go inside the patient. So we have our wire in the pancreas. We have the back of the wire here. I'm going to load the stent physically onto the wire. You'll see it straighten out as the wire goes through. This stent is loaded and ready to be handed to the physician. Now, the way the physician is going to push this stent into the pancreatic duct is with the stent pusher. When you remove the stent pusher, you're going to see 2 colored markings on the catheter. The back end is right to the tip. This end I consider to be like the push broom handle. So this is the end that you're going to push from. This marking, I don't know, about 7 or 8 inches up from the tip of the catheter is the marking that shows you when the wire is going to exit the catheter early, because it's a short wire system. So our stent's loaded on the wire. Now we're going to load the pusher onto the wire. The wire is going to kick out early near that white mark. And we're going to pull the wire, use the pusher to guide the stent down into the working channel of the scope. Your physician is going to pass the pancreatic stent all the way down until it's seated into the pancreas up to this black mark. And then when the guide wire, when you're prepared to deploy the stent, all your physician is going to do is remove the guide wire. The stent will come free from the pusher and the guide wire, and it'll be placed inside the pancreatic duct.